The barbell snatch is the most fun you can have in the gym because you literally get to jump the barbell from the floor all the way into an overhead position. But there are a few cues you can use that will help you be much more successful in doing so. The first one is finding the right foot position. If I told you you're gonna do a max vertical jump, I want you to give a couple hops and figure out what that foot position is for you. For most people, it's about hip width apart. Second is finding how wide your hands should be. I want you to be able to march without moving the barbell. So if I'm out in here, barbell's moving, I know my hands are too narrow. I'm gonna widen them out until I can, keeping my chest back, march without bumping that barbell up. Next, I want you to make sure that your thumbs are part of the barbell. It's called a hook grip. It's gonna help you immensely. Even though it's a little bit uncomfortable at first if you haven't done it before, it's gonna help you immensely move a lot of weight quickly off the floor. So from here on out, your thumbs are part of the barbell. You're gonna wrap your fingers around your thumb. So I've got my foot position, my hand position. Now let's talk about the pulls. In a snatch, there are 3 pulls. It's gonna be first pull. First pull goes from the floor up until about this point. Second pull, from there to about nip height. You're never gonna need to pull much higher than that. And third pull, you're pulling yourself down under the barbell in the catch position. In the catch position, you really wanna push up on that barbell, because think about it, it's trying to crush you. So you are exerting full force upward against the barbell. Back to the standing position, and again. So just like with the clean, I don't care much about how you get from the floor into that transition between first pull and second pull. In other words, people like to fight about the first pull, and it just doesn't matter as much as it does to be in a position that you're nice and strong in that transition from here to here. This is the position that matters. Like, I don't care if you shimmy your way up, as long as you end up in a position that you feel like you can exert max force, max vertical force up against the barbell. You wanna float that barbell up using the power of your hips and your glutes. Float the barbell up, pulling elbows back, keeping the bar really close to your body, and then pulling yourself down and under and pressing up against it. Then stand all the way up with it and finish. I'll show you with the barbell next. So same rules apply with a barbell. I'm gonna find my hand position, and you can measure it off the knurling. You'll get to know what the width is just by looking. I know that I'm right outside there. And see, I can confirm, I can march without moving the barbell. I know my hip width stance is the one that's right for me. My shoulders stay back, my back stays tight the whole time. From there, just let's talk about the second pull right now. From here, second pull is where you get to be super aggressive. Hips slam forward, you're gonna float the barbell up, and then you're gonna catch into the third position. So it looks like this. Stand up with it. And when you're bringing the barbell down, if you have a naked barbell or you don't have a lot of weight on it, push that into your hip crease to catch it. So let's do that again. Now, how do you know if you're using your hips enough or if you're trying to muscle the bar up, pulling early with your arms? Here's a good cue I got from Zach Critch, who used to be a US team athlete and now coaches seminars. So he does this bang bang pull drill where you are tapping the bar against your body and you wanna make it purr like a kitten. Now, if I can't make it purr, if I pull with my arms early, I know that I'm not using my hips. If I make the bar purr, on the other hand, I know that I'm using my hips. I'll show you what a good rep sounds like. Tap, tap. You hear that? That means I'm using my hips enough, I'm extending my hips enough, and that's how the bar is moving. I'm not pulling early with my arms. Now watch what happens if I pull early with my arms. So breaking at the hips just slightly, just like I was before. Knees come forward, tap, tap. You hear nothing, right? So let's go back to the hip motion. Tap, tap. That's gonna be a successful snatch. So let's take it from the floor. Again, I don't wanna fight too much about first pull in the position. That said, that first pull should be hips and shoulders rising at exactly the same rate, pushing your knees back. That's usually gonna put you in a good position to start that second pull. So from here, nice and slow, stand up. I'm gonna do a few reps with weight. Now, just a note on your platform, on your lifting area, when you're doing Olympic weightlifting, you wanna make sure that there's nothing in the immediate vicinity, because should you miss a lift, should you need to throw it down, you wanna make sure it doesn't bounce off of something. So what you're gonna need to do for this video is pretend that the hip thruster is not there and pretend these Atlas stones aren't there. Because if I was actually lifting, I would clear those away. When you're setting up, you don't want your shins all the way flush to the bar. You wanna give your shins and knees a little bit of breathing room so that they can come and meet the bar. So as I'm looking down at my laces, it's covering the tops of my laces, but not my full laces. The other thing is, you don't wanna look down as you're beginning the lift. You wanna pretend there's something really disgusting on the floor so that you're looking out at the horizon instead of straight down when you begin the snatch. So this isn't everything that you need to know about how to do a snatch. It's either a refresher course or it's a really basic course. If you're really struggling with your snatch form, I encourage you to find a coach.